As the global economy and global leaders and the world in general are gravitating towards AI technology and AI innovation, there has been numerous calls as to how much that can improve competitiveness within business and innovation in the world of tech. But how far has Nigeria come towards embracing AI, that is artificial intelligence? Well, joining me now to discuss that is a tech educator, Japhet Johnson. Thank you for joining us on Business Daily.
Thank you very much for having me, Kiamata, and good morning, everyone.
Good morning to you. Let us start off with AI in general. When you would talk about AI, for the benefit of our viewers who are, maybe not so enlightened as to how or what AI even is, can you kindly explain to us what AI is in as basic terminologies as possible?
All right, so thank you. So AI has been the buzzword recently, and for the basic man, I think we have to put it this way. So it's the ability of your devices, your computers, your phone to perform extraordinary activities compared to what a normal human being can do. So it's the capability given to your devices, your smart devices, your phones, your televisions, your refrigerators, your home equipment to perform intelligent activities and computational activities that are very fast compared to what a normal human being can do. I think I put it that way.
Okay, let's bring it now and bring it home to Nigeria, particularly with the levels of AI adoption that we have seen across the world. How far has that, trickled into Nigeria? And would you even say Nigeria is ready, to adopt AI in businesses, in governance, and all of these other spaces? Are we ready? Do we have the data? Do we have the infrastructure necessary for, the AI adoption that we are seeing play out across the world?
All right, so what I would say is Nigeria were a unique set of people, and I feel adoption in the Nigerian market or the Nigerian market is very high when it comes to new technology. But we have youth that are so inquisitive that want to learn more, and we have seen how this technology is being adopted from people creating content. We see video editors using a lot of software that uses AI. We see people going into sound recording using AI. We see how people even in the text page, people that are using a lot of these tools for writing programs, creating websites and mobile applications. So Nigeria is a market where we have a lot of youth that want to go into learning these new technologies to be able to provide for themselves. So the global market has seen Nigeria as a very fertile land where when you do something, you want to push it to Nigeria very quickly. We have a very high internet penetration with over 130 million Nigerians now having internet access, which is a very good one, because what it means is that we have more people using the internet than even more people having a bank account. So it means a lot of Nigerians can be able to utilize this opportunity for their businesses. We have been seeing a lot of youth using AI for their businesses, people doing different pictures. People can even edit your picture. People can be able to work smartly for their Excel sheet, for their Word documents, creating content. So I've been able to see how a lot of you youth have used this AI for creating a lot of activities around businesses in Nigeria. And gradually we are seeing businesses and government agencies even adopting into that. Because what we need to understand is it's not just bringing the solution, right? But how do we use it? Nigeria has been faced with a lot of challenge when it comes to usage of technology, because most times technology is there to solve a problem, but at the end of the day, we find ourselves using it in the other way around to hurt either our business or hurt the reputation. So what the government needs to do, maybe just to jump there quickly, is to see how we can build character around using of this technology so that at the end of the day, it won't be something that we might use it wrongly and give a bad impression about how we use it over here in the world.
Okay, you have spoken to how some businesses are, including AI, in the day-to-day running of their establishment and businesses. But there are concerns. There are people who are concerned that AI just might, take away our jobs that the humans, are currently doing. Do you agree with that school of thought?
I think I'm in a school of thought where I believe anyone that refuses to evolve with the growing technology are those people that will be replaced. Okay, AI is going to empower the next set of people that want to learn to be able to replace those people that feel they are so comfortable with where they are. So it's not coming to pull you out of your work, but it's going to give someone an edge, someone that wants to adopt it an edge. So we see businesses competing with each other. And this time around, the little edge they bring is either in the technology they include in what they do, or in the way they give their services or their customer care. Those little advantage you add to a business is what make you outperform the others. So it's the same thing with the workspace. We are going to see a lot of people lose their job. Yes, because it's coming to actually create new doors, and at the same time, going to remove people that are not ready to learn. Now, the world is facing a lot of challenges when it comes to unemployment, when it comes to the economy entirely, or funding. A lot of companies are trying to cut costs. So a work that 5 or 10 people are supposed to do, you can have 2 or 3 people doing it. Okay? But it simply means that we are going to have more solutions that are out there in the market, which means if you learn how to use these solutions, if you learn how to build on these solutions, then you'll be able to create yourself something. We have been seeing how just a simple move from the comedy, let me even come from the comedy space. Now, we have been seeing how from the stand-up comedians, now we are going to people that are doing skits because they found a way to reach out to more people using their phone. So that's how it just evolved. If you're just used to using your Microsoft Word and without evolving, someone will come and say, oh, we know how to use this software, and it's going to create the Microsoft Word document, it's going to create a PowerPoint, it's going to do a data analytics for us from just one single point of data entry. So you would definitely want to employ that person because he's going to give you 4 or 5 results compared to what 10 of your staff are doing on just Microsoft Word. So that's what we are seeing now. People need to evolve and adopt this technology for them not to be kicked out of the market space now.
Well, indeed, people need to involve, like you've said, and move on with the new technologies, move on with the times. But I would say, Mr. Johnson, you have painted a very, do I say, rosy picture with regards to AI. Are there not any disadvantages or downsides to, you know, the adoption of artificial intelligence? Are there no disadvantages to it?
Yeah, so most times we have come to a point where whatsoever you say there's advantage, there needs to be a disadvantage, and we need to study it. Elon Musk has been one of the persons so concerned about artificial intelligence, and his concern is basically we are giving these machines more power to be able to recreate themselves, make themselves even better. They might even come and hurt us at the end of the day. But I think when we put those measures in place to ensure those things are checked, then we'll be able to handle it. But yes, there are disadvantages where if we don't put controls, we don't put good policies, I think that's where the government needs to come into place, because if we don't put good regulations for those people creating those AIs, then at the end of the day, we might face the challenge. One of it is a lot of the companies that are being sponsored or that are being funded by foreign companies here might have access to a lot of our data, because most of the time we might just subcontract a lot of these products for the white people to come and build here in Nigeria. And if we don't put good regulations around data protection and what have you, you can just have a bot pulling out data of Nigerians, pulling it every second out of the country. And the statistics show that a lot of data that are moved out of Africa is not even equivalent to what we get. So we have a lot of foreign companies taking data out of Nigeria to study our user persona, understanding our marketing, understanding how to penetrate us. That's why when a foreign company comes in Nigeria, he knows where to go, he knows what to do, like without even consulting a lot of people. So how does that happen? It's because when we don't put good regulations around these softwares, then we might be exposing a lot of information which can actually hurt us. So AI can help, but at the same time, if we don't put good regulation or policies, then it can actually hurt us. We have been seeing automation in the car industry, how we have been self-driving cars and a lot. So a lot of these checks have to be put in place. We will not forget cybersecurity is one of the issues that globally the world is talking about. So those are the things that if we don't put well, then at the end of the day, we are going to face a lot of crises. And some of the countries are already seeing that. And that's why they are raising up those eyes to ensure that policies are put in place. So Nigeria do not need to wait until when we get to that point. We need to start talking to companies. We need to start talking to innovators. And thank you for what the Minister of Communication is doing now, trying to see how he collaborates with a lot of innovators in the country and see how we can be able to pass that mindset of we need to protect our data in the country, we need to protect Nigeria as a whole so that we don't fall into these challenges.
Indeed, we hope to see regulations being targeted at data protection. But let's also talk to issues around micro, small, and medium enterprises, because whether we like it or not, they are the bedrock of businesses within Nigeria with over 40 million MSMEs. In what ways can these MSMEs, embrace or adopt AI, that is artificial intelligence? I understand that some businesses now no longer even have, customer care representatives in human form. We have AI who have, who standing as customer care representative. So let's hear from you now as a tech educator. In what ways can small businesses embrace AI to cut the cost of running their business on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, so there's so many use cases. It depends on how the SME operates, the small business operates. SMEs are actually quite dynamic in this part of the world because the normal lifespan is supposed to not take you more than 4 or 5 years. At least you should be able to grow up to an enterprise level. But we find a lot of companies or businesses staying in that level for over 10 years. You can see a small business staying there for 10 years, still calling himself a startup because he has not been able to grow. Okay, some of these technologies are quite expensive. Some of them are cheap, but we need to find a way to educate them because most of the SMEs do not even utilize this stuff. Yes, when you talk of SMEs, you'll be so surprised that most of them do not even utilize these software that are available. So we need to find a way to educate them, which I believe the SMEDAN and other SMEs organizations in Nigeria are trying to do, and ensure that it's sensitization when it comes to your bookkeeping, your accounting, ensuring how you use your social media. Those are tools that help SMEs, right? A simple person that is doing, let's say, selling hair, how does she use this software? How does she use this platform? How does she use her social media? How does she work on understanding the reach targets, understanding how to market our product? So there are several tools. People are using social media. People find a way to automate their daily posts. People understand how to use email marketing. You can be able to have a contact list and market your product to them on a daily basis, studying how users understand this product and what do they want. So it depends on the use cases, but I think education is one of the key things you have to put in place for SMEs. If not, the product will be there and they might not even know because we are just used to one particular traditional way and we might not just know that something is out there. So government needs to invest more in educating SMEs so that they'll be able to.
Okay, you've talked about the role of government in education, but I'd like for you to also speak to policies that, will help us leverage the potentials within the AI sector. Because whether we like it or not, with the right policies in place, or with the wrong policies in place, we will not, enjoy the benefits that comes with that. One thing that stands out, is the fact that without access to internet and the likes, we cannot, leverage on the potentials. But let's hear from you. What sort of policies would you recommend we had in place to ensure that Nigeria moves with the time, small businesses move with the time, to ensure competitiveness within the business space?
Yeah, I think there are a lot of policies that have been out. From data protection, which is very important for us to have, the policy has been there on how to protect data of Nigerians. Cybersecurity has been there. There are policies that are out there to ensure platforms meet the standard, to ensure protection of those data are there. So then we are looking at policy that has to do with funding local businesses. That's very important because most of the times we need to get internal funding rather than getting funding from outside. Because what it means is that when a foreign person comes to do funding, they have a lot of say over these businesses, right? They have a say over the information they have a say over the operations, which the government needs to find a way to put stronger policies to ensure businesses that even get funded do not expose a lot of information out. A lot of these things are actually there. Possibly when you go out to register your business and you meet your lawyer, they will be able to inform you more about that. But we need to see, one, I think, flexibility in policies for the government, because most of the times, imagine what is happening in the blockchain space now. for you to be able to get the license from the SEC, just to process it, you might be spending close to 600 million naira to begin the processes. Now, those things are really stringent. You don't really expect the startup to be able to raise 500 million or 600 million to be able to start processing a license because he wants to build on the blockchain, right? So we need to see how government tries to provide avenue for some of the innovators here in Nigeria so that they'll be able to find this registration or getting license a little bit easy. Thank you for what they are doing concerning creation of bank accounts for businesses, where we see a lot of businesses opening corporate accounts. Yes, we need to go also beyond that to see how some of these businesses will go beyond just creating accounts, right? But how would they be able to produce good? How would they be able to produce these services and be able to send it out to the right people, ensuring that they are also protected and at the same time they are protecting the interest of whoever is using this product. So policies need to go around both from the government and to the users and also to the business people there. So it just got across board.
Japheth Johnson, tech educator and co-founder of Biconta, which is a cryptocurrency trading platform. Thank you for joining us on Business Daily.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me.
And this is the point where we draw the curtains on today's edition of the program. It is the final one for the week, but Business Daily will be with you again on Monday by 11 a.m. My name is Chiamaka Nendo. Thank you for watching and bye for now.